A very good afternoon to you. Thanks for choosing Newzroom Afrika. Let's start off your sport with this. The South African Football Players Union has expressed concern for the future of Royal AM players who are still in limbo due to the ongoing saga involving the club. The troubled KZN outfit has been plagued by legal issues with the taxman and have not played a single match this year. Just this week, they were kicked out of the Nedbank Cup by the PSL, and Safpu says the situation is unfortunate. Benjamin Leshoro spoke to the union and filed this report.
The latest episode in the Royal AM soap opera saw them booted out of the Nedbank Cup by the PSL, having delayed a couple of rounds in the competition. This was caused by the club's seizure by SARS and subsequent inability to honour league and cup fixtures since the turn of the year. Reports have claimed there's an impending sale of the club on the horizon, but according to the Players' Union, the uncertainty of it all is taking its toll.
The current situation at Royal AM Football Club has had a significant negative impact on the players both professionally and personally. The delayed payments and uncertainty around the club's future has created financial instability for the players, many of whom rely on their wages to support themselves and their families. The suspension of the league adds to the frustrations as the players are left in limbo without a clear timeline for when competition will resume.
Although Royal AM has not been kicked out of the league altogether, some see the move from the top brass as a sign of things to come.
The situation of Royal AM being kicked out of the Nedbank Cup is really heartbreaking, given that the players have committed themselves in preparing for this event. We also are aware that the competition is time-bound, and given the time constraints, it led to such a decision, which is unfortunate. But we must also emphasize, based on the question that you have asked, that we cannot preempt that the league will kick out Royal AM from the Betway Premiership. What we know, as we've been part of the proceedings, is that all stakeholders and the PSL have been doing everything to the best of their ability to ensure that they preserve the current situation of Royal AM, as complicated as this matter is.
Shabalala says the best scenario for all involved is for the club to be sold as opposed to being expelled, which would mean the players' contracts are preserved.
If selling the club is a viable option, then it must be considered, because what's important is to ensure that we secure the contracts of the players and their jobs. And should that happen, the team will be sold as a going concern, meaning that all contracts will be taken into consideration upon the sale of the club.
But admitted to the anxiety the situation has caused.
The players are very concerned about their jobs. When there's such uncertainty surrounding the club's future, it creates an environment of fear and anxiety for the players. They rely on their contracts for financial stability. And if payments are consistently late, it raises concerns about the club's ability to meet its obligation. In short, the concern about the jobs is valid, and it's only natural for players to worry about their future when the stability of the club is in question.
Royal AM has missed as many as 8 league matches since January and looks set to be iced out even longer, with a solution to their problems not looking likely and only 2 months of the season left. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Benjamin Leshoro in Johannesburg.